calling Capital One Auto Finance. To help make your experience better, we might record this call. Thank you for calling Capital One Auto Finance. My name is Kevin. How can I help, sir?
Yes, I'm supposed to be speaking with a resolution specialist. Then I can, so they can then transfer me to the office of the president.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no problem, sir. I can definitely connect you over to our higher management, the resolution specialist. But before that one, sir, may I know the reason?
It's that the office of the president has to offer a remedy for their self-indictment of illegal activity against me.
Yeah, I understand. Can you understand? Let me just connect you over to our resolution specialist. One moment. Here, Capital One Auto Finance, resolution specialist. My name is Jesse. The previous rep, and I'm just pulling up your account here. It looks like your 2013 Ford Expedition was saying you needed to speak with office of the president, or let me just ask how I can help, or what I can do to help you today.
So I'm pretty sure you won't be able to help because I've already talked with someone in your capacity, I think 2 or 3 different times, and I think there might even be a note on my account, tell me if it's not, but that that indicates that only the office of the president can really assist me at this point.
Sure, there's a lot of notes. I'm definitely more than happy to attempt to find that one. Was it
Might be the
in
one.
regards to, did you send them something?
It might have been one of the most recent ones.
It does look like it is in their wheelhouse now, yes. It looks like they're the ones that are actually handling the case right now. I definitely, they just got back, actually. I'd be more than happy to get them on the line if you'd like. Did you have any indication as to what your concerns about, or so I can let them know, or?
It's about their cease and desist, and I need to talk to them about that.
Okay, absolutely. Well, tell you what, let me put you on hold. I'll keep checking in with you. Let me try to get them on the line, okay?
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for calling Capital One Auto Finance. This is Olivia, Collector ID, OFO, in the office of the president on a recorded phone line. Am I speaking to...
Yes, you are, and you're also speaking on a recorded phone line on my side. Thank you.
Yes, sir, and I do appreciate you calling today, sir. How may I be of assistance?
Yes. In accordance with my Capital One account numbers, who within the office of the president decided to place a cease and desist on Capital One Auto Finance in regards to my account?
And my apologies, I'm not seeing one. Just a moment. Let me please go back and look, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yes, sir, and I do see a cease and desist. Do I have your permission to lift that so that I can speak with you?
Only for this phone call. Yes.
And please give me just a moment to look at the account closer, sir, and see what's going on and why it was put on there.
Thank you.
Yes, sir, I appreciate your patience. It looks like we received some correspondence from you, sir, in regards to the account.
What precisely did I say that warranted the office of the president to issue a cease and desist upon itself?
Okay, there's a typical letter, typical correspondence when you send it in to the office of the president, sir.
Well, can you find that?
Okay.
Can you find that and tell me what it was? Thank you.
Yes, sir. I need a moment to go to another screen.
Sure. Thank you. And it's Olivia, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. Thank you.
Taking my computer just a moment to bring up another screen to me. Okay, I'm saying that you sent in a letter to us, and we received it on September 21st, and we sent out correspondence or response to that in regards to the vehicle and what was owed on it.
So what was it that I said in the correspondence that you received on September 21st to your office that indicated that I initiated a cease and desist on Capital One Auto Finance?
Okay. Just typically, sir, when you send in the type of letter that you have sent in to us, it's customary, it's per policy of the office of the president that the cease and desist is placed on the account.
Okay. Now the document that you're looking at, is that not a cover letter about that's that has on the top, it says notice of honorable settlement.
Right. So if it's that type of letter, like a notice of an honorable settlement,
Yeah. Which
we can respond to you. We did send you a written response to that. And typically those type of letters, sir, they are automatically have a cease and desist put on them.
right. So
That's just a part of the Office of the President policy.
Okay. Now, with that correspondence was a promissory note, which I also provided the 10-day payoff included along with the promissory note. So my question is how come that promissory note has yet to be acknowledged in your guys' system as honorably settling the account?
Because a promissory note, sir, is not a valid form of payment for the account. You would have to pay the account out by a guaranteed method, such as debit card, Western Union Quick Collect, MoneyGram, a personal check from a bank, something of that nature, sir. A guaranteed payment. A promissory note is not acknowledged as a form of payment.
So you mean negotiable instruments? Is that what you mean?
I apologize. I don't know what you're referring to as negotiable instrument. I can just let you know that a promissory note is not a valid form of payment to pay off an account.
Okay. Do you know what a Federal Reserve note is? Do you know what that is?
In relation to that, sir, could you please clarify what you're asking?
What is did you know that a Federal Reserve note is a promise to pay sometime in the future? Did you know that?
Okay, sir, all I can let you know is what the valid forms of payment are. Federal Reserve note is not an acceptable form of payment.
So that's what I'm educating you about, is that a Federal Reserve note is a promissory note. That's what it is by definition.
But it's not an acceptable form of payment for this loan, sir.
A Federal Reserve note is not an acceptable form of payment?
No, sir, not for this car loan. No, sir.
A Federal Reserve note. You mean, do you know what a Federal Reserve note is? Do you have cash in your pocket?
Do I personally have it, sir?
I mean, have you ever seen cash, legal tender, a $1 bill, a $5 bill, a $20 bill? Have you ever?
A $1 bill and a $5 bill and a $20 bill.
Okay. Have you ever looked at what it says at the very top of the heading on the front?
No, sir. I haven't looked closely.
It's a Federal Reserve note.
Okay.
That is a promissory note.
Okay. Mr. Roberts, all I can let you know, sir, is what the valid forms of payment are for this loan. And
that's what I'm educating you. That's what I'm educating you, is that by you stating that you do not accept promissory notes, you by default say that you do not accept Federal Reserve notes either. That's what you're saying.
All I can do is tell you what the valid forms of payment are, sir.
Which you do not know what they are, is what you just acknowledged.
I just did state that, sir, it would have to be paid by guaranteed payment.
What is a guaranteed payment?
It would be debit card, Western Union Quick Collect, MoneyGram.
What's guaranteeing that?
From a personal banking account, a check.
What's guaranteeing that money? What's guaranteeing
You would be guaranteeing that payment, sir.
Who, I am?
Your funds.
I am the bank. I am the creditor. Are you guys the creditor? Are you guys the holder in due course? Are you guys the secured party?
Did fund this loan, Mr. Roberts.
No, you didn't. It was my signature that did. My wet ink signature is what released the funds for that thing. You guys are getting double paid off this. I already know it. I'm no fool anymore. I'm awake. I know what's going on. And I'm going to tell you another thing. When your office of the president issued a cease and desist order, by default, that is acknowledgement of illegal activities that Capital One Auto Finance is guilty of. So my question is, With that cease and desist that you guys have placed on yourselves, what illegal activities are you acknowledging?
We did send you a response in the mail. Did you not receive that and read it?
Please tell me what illegal activities did you state that you were guilty of in that document?
I don't understand what you mean by illegal activity, sir.
Do you know what a cease and desist order is? Do you know what that means?
Yes, sir.
Well, then why do you act as though you are confused with what I'm saying? Tell me, what is a cease and desist order? What is that by legal definition?
The cease and desist order was placed on here when it comes to regards to communicating with you, sir.
Right.
And we just communicate to you in writing.
Right. So what illegal activity has Capital One, Office of the President, acknowledged that they are guilty of against me, and damages, therefore, that need to now be remedied? What illegal activity?
Sir, they have not said anything about any
The cease and desist is the acknowledgement.
to you in writing.
The cease and desist order is acknowledgement of guilt. That is, by definition, what the Office of the President just did.
Mr. Roberts, can I help you in any other way today on the account?
It sounds like you're going to have to transfer me to someone else in your department because you don't seem to understand what's being talked about here. You didn't even know what's in your pocket when you looked at a 20, a 5, and a $1 bill. And here you are operating at one of the highest levels.
Capital One Auto Finance did respond to you in
You're
writing
operating at one of the
that this
highest
account is
levels.
valid and it's old.
You are operating at one of the highest levels, and you have no idea that a Federal Reserve note is a $1 bill, a $5 bill, a $20 bill, a 10, a 50, a 100. It is also in the form of a
It's
check.
not a valid form of payment for this loan, sir.
You're telling me a Federal Reserve note is not a valid form of payment?
No, sir, it is not.
Have you ever looked at a $1 bill? It says it right on the thing. Federal Reserve note. So you're telling me that if I walked into Capital One and I said, "Hey," I walked into a Capital One branch and I had $20,000 in Federal Reserve notes, which is cash, $1 bills, $5 bills, $20 bills, $50 bills, $100 bills. You're telling me they deny that payment? Is that what you're telling me?
Sir, we've responded to you regarding this matter.
No, you haven't.
The only thing that I can suggest to you is that if you have any further concerns, you need to send those in writing.
No, it's already being documented right now on both our lines with this recording. So I need to be escalated to talk to someone who is actually competent of this matter.
Or are you wanting to talk to someone else in this department, sir?
Someone who has more knowledge than you, yes. So if that's your superior, then that's who I need to talk
Okay,
to.
so are you wanting me to transfer you to someone else, sir?
Within the Office of the President, who is of a higher authority than you, yes.
May I please place you on a brief hold, sir?
Yes, you may. Thank you, Olivia.
Thank you for your patience. Just a moment, please.
Yeah.
Mr. Roberts, I do apologize for the delay. Sir, right now there is no one to escalate this matter up to. You'll need to go ahead and respond in writing or put your concerns in writing.
No, you guys have to have someone you can... I mean, are you serious? There's no one more competent than you right now available in the office. Are you telling me that?
Okay, I'm sorry, sir, that you're at least reflecting to me that you don't feel that I'm competent.
You admitted it yourself.
At this time, there is no one else in the office to escalate you to, sir. You need to put your concerns in writing.
It's happening right now via audio recording. So either you guys have someone who's competent to deal with this situation, or you don't. Do you not have anyone in the office that's competent
to handle it? There is no one to escalate you to regarding the matter, sir.
No, that's not what I'm asking. I'm asking, is there anyone of more competence, of understanding of the very simplicity of legal tender in your office?
Sir, I've told you the methods that are valid to make payment through.
You obviously don't understand what they are.
If you have any further concerns, sir, you will need to send them in writing.
It seems as though you guys are incoherent concerning writing and audio at this point in time. So you are telling me that there is no one of higher capacity who is cognizant enough to be able to discuss this matter. You don't.
There's no one who can discuss it right now at this moment, sir.
So you don't even know what a cease and desist is. So I've been transferred to the office of the president at Capital One Auto Finance, and you don't know what a cease and desist
How do
is.
I not know what
You
it
don't.
is, sir?
You don't know what a legal tender is. You don't know what a Federal Reserve note is. You don't know what a promissory note is. You don't know any of these things.
It's not an acceptable form of payment on this loan, sir.
Are you saying a Federal Reserve note is not an acceptable form of payment for this loan?
It is not an acceptable form of payment on this loan, sir.
So you're telling me that again, if I was to walk in with the $1 bills or $20 bills or $100 bills of Federal Reserve notes, which that's what you carry, the greenbacks, that's what they are. I walk into one of your
That
offices.
has not been done in this case, sir.
Then what I'm asking you though is if I did, you're telling me
cash payment has not been made on this account to pay off this loan.
is cash payment the same thing as a Federal Reserve note? Is it yes or no?
Sir, I've let you know the method. You would have to make a payment through your personal banking account, through a debit card.
Look, I'm trying to satisfy the account.
Quick collect.
I'm trying to
Those are
honorably.
acceptable forms of payment to pay off this loan.
I'm trying to honorably settle this account. That's what I'm working towards. And so far, I'm trying to get clarification from you. A Federal Reserve note, is that cash?
Sir, I've let you know the methods of payment at which you can pay off this loan if you would like.
Is a
I can
Federal
go ahead
Reserve
and-
note cash? It's very
I can
simple.
go ahead and I can escalate this matter up to someone over me, sir. It would take them 3 business days to respond.
It's very simple. Is a Federal Reserve note also
I'd
cash?
let you know the form, sir, that this can be done by.
Can you tell me what is cash? Is it not a Federal Reserve note?
I've answered your question.
No, you
Like I said,
haven't.
if you have any other questions,
You haven't.
you can go ahead and send something in writing.
No.
If you would like, I'd be happy to escalate this up to someone who could respond to you in 3 business days that you feel that is competent.
If I was to go into one of your locations, look, I'm looking for explanation on how to honorably settle this account. And I'm looking for your clarification because you seem to know how to do this properly. If I'm to walk in there with $100 bills, a bunch of $100 bills of cash, and I was to pay everything with that at one of your locations, would that
Sir,
satisfy
I can't
the
give you a
account?
hypothetical answer.
Would that
to
satisfy? No, it's not hypothetical.
I'll be happy
This
to
is.
escalate the matter up.
Do you either know or you don't know? You don't know? You don't know how
No,
to.
sir,
You don't know
I'll
how
be
to.
happy to escalate the matter up. That's what I
So,
can do for
are you admitting that you're incompetent to handle this matter?
I did not say that I was incompetent, sir. I said that you said I was. I'll be happy to escalate the matter up if that's what you desire.
Why are you working in the office of the president? Do they hire people who don't know what's going on so that they can continue to control the rest of the sheeple? I mean, did you even get a banking degree or any basic
If you would
accounting?
like, sir, I'd be happy to escalate the matter up to someone you feel is competent.
I mean, seriously, the cash is Federal Reserve note. Like you look, go ahead and Google what is an image of a dollar bill. You look on the screen. If you don't have it in your pocket, it says Federal Reserve note right at the very top of the thing. How can you not know that? And you're working in the Capital One office of the president. How is that possible? You realize this is being recorded? You don't know how exceedingly embarrassing this is right now for you in your office?
Okay, sir, I'll be happy to escalate you up to someone that you feel is competent.
So you're telling me
I'll be happy to go ahead and set up a call back and they can call you back on the 16th, sir.
So you're telling me that you have been hired on to work in the office of the president without being able to properly instruct and advise someone how to honorably settle an account at Capital One.
I did advise you the method, sir.
You also admitted that you don't know what a Federal Reserve note is.
Acceptable methods are in the forms of payment to pay the account off.
Yeah, and you admitted that a Federal Reserve note.
Escalate this matter to someone over me that you feel is competent.
Yep, you admitted that a Federal Reserve note is not an acceptable form of payment, which means that cash is not a acceptable form of payment, which is duplicity.
Cash has not been done on this account, sir. I'll let you know what acceptable forms of payment can pay the loan off.
Okay, is cash Federal Reserve note, Olivia?
Sir, Sir, if you'd like, I'd be more than happy to escalate you to someone else that you feel is competent, or you need to go ahead and send another letter in writing.
Do you not feel as though you're
Capital One
competent
Auto
enough to
Finance did
explain?
respond initially to what you sent.
No, they didn't. No, they have not honorably settled the account.
They responded to the letter that
Which
you
is
sent, sir.
not surprising, since you do not even know how to properly distinguish how to honorably settle an account.
Yes, sir, I understand that you feel that way. I did give you the payment method, sir, that you could settle the account by. If you would like, I'd be happy to go ahead and escalate the matter up, sir.
Has nothing to do with feelings. This is simply facts. Yeah.
I understand what you're saying.
It's like,
Mr. Roberts,
1 plus
and I
1
understand
equals
that's
2.
the way that's your opinion.
Like 1 plus 1 equals 2, like Federal Reserve note equals cash. Like it's a relationship that can't be extrapolated away from itself. It's a fact. It's a fact of basic financing.
Then you can go ahead and put those facts in writing, sir, and we'll respond.
Yep, so who are you going to get me in contact with who's competent to
I'll
even
be
distinguish
happy to escalate
who?
this case to a research assistant who can deep dive into it, and with your consent, for them to go ahead and have permission to call you back, even though the cease and desist is on the account.
If that person calls in and I'm not available to take the call, will they leave a callback number from which I can
They can
call
leave
back?
a message.
Will the message include method for me to contact them back?
They will leave their name and their extension for you to call them back.
And that would be within 3 days from now.
It will be in 3 business days.
All right. Now, please give them a heads up. I'm looking for a competent person. That's what I'm looking for. Someone who actually understands
understand, sir.
what a
You made
Federal
yourself
Reserve
very
note
clear.
is. So I'd be happy to speak to someone of competence in this matter.
I understand what you're saying, sir. I will escalate your concerns. Is there anything else that I can do for you?
How soon will I receive confirmation of this appointment?
They will call you back by close of business on the 16th, sir. Is there a number that you desire to be reached at?
The 16th. Let's see here. Today is the 10th? Is that correct?
That's correct.
How is the 16th 3 business days out? Oh, is that because
Tomorrow's a
Veterans Day is holiday?
sir.
Okay. I would prefer that they contact me no later than this Friday, the 13th.
I cannot guarantee that.
Well, please make sure to put that in the notes.
I'll put that that's your preference, sir. Is
And
there a number that you can be reached at?
yes,
Thank you, sir. They have permission to reach you at that number, even though there's a cease and desist on the account.
yes, they do.
Is there anything
Only
else I can do for you today?
only that representative can reach me at that number.
I understand, sir. Is there anything else I can do for you today?
Nope, that's it. Thank you, Olivia, and go check your dollar
Thank you
bills.
for calling Capital One Auto Finance. Have a good day, sir.
You too. Bye.